Hey everybody, T.O. from Art Geek Teaching. Today we're going to take a look at part 3 of the Waterslide Decals with resin. Coming up. Okay, I just wanted to do a follow-up on our resin pours last night. These are still a little bit sticky. It is only 65 degrees in here. It's noon, and so you could see this is in the flexible state. If I were doing anything 3D, this would be the time to do it. And we are 18 hours after the pour. So that's really, really slow. Normally it would be pretty hard by this time. But again, it was cold last night and it was, I think it dipped down to 50 degrees in here. Usually when that happens, the curing stops. And so just a quick follow up on these. This one, I think most of these look pretty good. I'm going to just tip this up. You can see there's not very many, well, I actually don't see any flaws in it, which is kind of crazy given it was, oh, there's one bubble right there. I see it. There you can see it. So likely because most of these are tests, I'm not going to do anything with that. Here is my little crane. I think he came out well. There aren't any defects in it that I can see. What I really like about this, I'm not sure unless I take it to, oh, there you can see them. What I really like about pouring in this fashion is you can see the bling that's in there. It only shows up if the light catches it just right. And it's kind of a little hidden surprise, a little conversation that's in there. Here's the dragonfly that I really struggled with. I wanted to keep that body fairly clean with the underpainting and not have as much on top of it. He looks pretty good. I don't think there's any flaws on him. And same thing, if you look in there, you can kind of see, I'm not sure, you can kind of see some of the bling that just floats around. I'm going to see if I can take this to the light. I'm not sure this will work. Okay, maybe you can see it now. One of the cool things that I found about the decal material is you can see in between his wings, you see that texture that's in there? That is where, let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, that is where there's nothing on the bottom of that except for the decal. So in other words, let me see. You can see where the paint stops and the decal starts. I blended these in with white paint, actually gesso, and you can see that the gesso is smooth, and when it gets to the decal, that there's a texture there. Really interesting. I'm not sure how or why. I'll see if that actually happens when I do my tests with encaustic. But I actually really, really like that. I think it's very cool. Gives a little bit of texture in there. So, you know, anyway, that was a little surprise. Some people may not like that. I think it's cool. We'll get to our other ones here. Again, these are kind of sticky. So this one, really no flaws to speak of. I think it's going to be fine. You could see there's a little bit of 2D, maybe this will focus, a little bit of 2D effect, 3D effect, excuse me, from the paint. The paint is sitting more on top of the resin, and all the other color, the micas, are more in the bottom. And there you could see that, that's a really glaring, you could see that texture again. So I think the texture is really cool. Let's see if we can get this over. I'm not sure how close we can get these other failures out of the way. Focus. There we go. There you can kind of see that texture again. It's really interesting. And I like it. Again, some people are not going to like that, but I think I mean, I couldn't really reproduce that if I wanted to, I don't think, very easily. So, same thing with the micas here are just floating on top. This is from the white that I sprayed, the white micas that I sprayed with isopropyl alcohol mixed. This on top is gold spray paint, and underneath you can see that brown. That is the bronze mica that was with spray paint. So anyway, that's the results from the pour. I guess I could show you this last one. These guys will sit out here for another 24 hours, but then I'll probably have to sand the backs. This one I think, yeah, there we go. If I can get rid of the glare. You can see the texture and the swirl. Now what this was a little bit of a flow. In other words, it wasn't quite level, and it came down this direction, so you could see those micas went that way very, very slowly. See that? So, you know, again, that wasn't planned. I like to have them totally level. This one wasn't exactly level, and they moved that way. There's all kinds of 3D things going on in there. You can see the texture again. So anyway, that is the follow-up. Oh, let's look at our frame. Yeah, let's check out our cheap frame. All right, this is the cheap frame. Whoops. That would have been not good because it's still kind of sticky. Same thing, we've got some bling in there. You could see the silver, I'm sorry, the gold floating around. And I think it's kind of a cool frame, actually. Let's get it this way and see what happens. There we go. Kind of cool frame, you know, made a frame that I can use for something. A nice black and white would look good in there. Who knows? It'll be something. And then what I did was I just used the leftover resins, put them in some molds that I have. This is just Catch. And these are actually journal covers. These are bookmarks, little crosses, just to use up any of the remaining that might be in my pot or in my little containers. So that's it. Once this cures a little bit more, I'll finish cleaning up. So thanks for joining me. Have a good day.